Am I the a-hole for going on a trip with my ex while dating another girl? Hi guys, happy new year. Now, as you can see, we're in the office today. I got a comment recently that said every time I film a video, I'm in like a new setting, but this is like where the setting is supposed to be. Like, this is the office space, and I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it because I'm actually incredibly awful at decorating. I feel like maybe I can decorate if I was held at gunpoint, but I just feel like I'm not naturally a good decorator. So as you can see, this is how I've decorated it so far. Don't even bother asking how long I've had these masks, let alone what I plan to do with them. Just know that this is my decoration and it's actually super normal. This is literally my wife. I'm gonna get her pregnant. Can I say that? I'm sorry, that's actually really uncomfortable. I just get excited sometimes. Also guys, I got a new chair. I got a blue chair and I have this this microphone in front of me. And I feel very professional. I'm walking. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my wife spend my money on her best friend? My wife has known her best friend since middle school. Her friend is a lawyer and her family is quite well off. She makes a lot and is pretty generous with it. My wife has had a few things paid for by her. Specifically, she covered my wife's portion of her bachelorette trip. Okay, you trying to be my friend too, sister? The other friends didn't make much and so she covered it. She also paid for a portion of my wife's rent twice. And she normally pays the bills if she and my wife go out for food. This friend is now marrying a doctor and I don't think they have any trouble with paying for anything they want. My wife is a smash, sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. And I'm a mechanic. I bought a home bonus of $3K and when I told my wife, she immediately started talking about getting her friend a really expensive necklace from this brand she knows her friend really wants. She showed me and the cheapest necklace is $2K on the website. She insisted I should spend the bonus on a wedding gift for her friend. I shut her down and told her it's my bonus and she really cannot expect me to buy her friend something this expensive. I don't think wedding gifts even exceed $100. She began fighting with me saying I buy lunch out of the house and I have stupid hobbies that cost a lot of money. So why can't she spend some money on her sugar mama? I mean, sorry, glasses. I do spend a bit on my hobbies and I have 2 cars, but I also work my ass off and her friend can definitely pay for it herself. She's marrying a doctor and they already have a house, whereas we are still renting. I told her she's being insane and she insists we sit down and tally up everything I spent on myself in the last year. And if it's higher than 2K, I should pay for the necklace. I think it's ridiculous to compare the two and I'm refusing to let her buy her friend a ridiculously expensive gift. She insists her friend has spent a lot on her and I also saved money because her friend pays for meals and activities whenever they hang out, so she doesn't have to spend our money. I get that the lopsided relationship isn't the best, but then she should refuse to do anything that costs too much and let her friend decide if she wants to just hang out without doing anything that costs money. She refuses to talk to me now and I'm wondering if I'm the a-hole here. If I had to give somebody the a-hole hat in this situation out of the wife and the husband, I'm gonna have to give it to the husband, to you actually. Cause like, I mean, I get it, $2,000 is an expensive price. That's quite the price tag, but it's like you immediately said, well, she can pay for it herself. She's marrying a doctor. She's not renting a house. She's this. Hear me out. I think your wife just wants to do something really kind for her friend. Bringing up her past so much and kind of using that to justify why she doesn't deserve a gift. It's not valid. It's actually not valid whatsoever, and it makes you sound like a prick. I think you're the a-hole and I think you should buy her sugar mommy a gift. Hi guys. Okay, before we continue with today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Book of the Month. I have talked about Book of the Month before on this channel, but if you aren't familiar with them, Book of the Month is basically an online book service where each month you get to choose between 5 to 7 books that are handpicked by an editorial team to be sent straight to your doorstep. Guys, they literally comb through hundreds of titles to pick the best new books. And me personally, I love trying new things. I love reading new books, and I love how this service allows me to open up my book horizon instead of sticking to the same tropes that I always read. Okay, the first book I got was The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter, and guys, I literally read that this was a holiday themed rivals to lovers romance novel, and it was an immediate yes. It was an immediate yes, and you can't be shocked at that. And it's also a mystery, okay? It's a mystery, not just romance. I'm obviously branching out. I'm trying new things. The next book I got was I Might Be in Trouble by Daniel Alman. This is actually a suspenseful dark comedy about a writer who goes on a date and wakes up the next morning to find that his date has been and alive. I actually already started reading this book and I feel like you guys would like it too. If you're into the same type of books and like the same type of writing style that I like, I think you would like this. You guys can join Book of the Month right now and get your first book for just $5 using the code TINSEL. Plus, new members get a free gift while supplies last. I'll also put the code in the description box below so you guys can get your first Book of the Month. And also, thank you Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to business. Let's get back to these Am I the A-hole confessions. Am I the a-hole for laughing at my sister's relationship troubles? So I, 28 female, have a younger sister, Emily, 25 female, who was with her high school sweetheart, Jake, since she was 14. They dated all through high school and college, and honestly, they were the epitome of a perfect couple. Jake was always so thoughtful. He'd surprise her with gifts, plan elaborate dates, and he literally lit up whenever she was around. Okay, Jake. They even talked about getting married. Fast forward to a few months ago, Emily cheated on Jake and broke up with him to be with her affair partner, Mark. That just ruined my day. Since then, she's been complaining to me about how Mark doesn't do any of the romantic things Jake used to do. Apparently, he doesn't surprise her with gifts, and their dates are pretty lackluster compared to what she had with Jake. Last week, while I was on the phone with her, she started venting about how she feels unsatisfied in her new relationship. I don't know what came over me, but I just burst out laughing. And that would be me too. I mean, she cheated on the guy who literally worshipped the ground she walked on, and now she's complaining about the new guy not measuring up. Thank you. It just sounded so absurd to me. Emily got really upset and told me I was being insensitive. I tried to explain that I wasn't laughing at her pain, but it felt like poetic justice given how she treated Jake. Now she's barely talking to me, and I'm starting to feel bad. Am I the a-hole for laughing at my sister's relationship troubles when she cheated on someone who treated her like a queen? No. You cheated on your old man, and now your new man isn't living up to the standards that your old man had set the bar at. And that's the same person that you cheated on. And now I'm supposed to sit here in your face and sit down and be like, wow. He doesn't worship the ground you walked on. He doesn't treat you as good as the man that you cheated on. Girl, I see you. I stand with you. Maybe cheat on this one, and then the next one like might be better. You got this. Stay strong. I really don't think you're the a-hole. I feel like because you guys are sisters and you guys are like close, her being upset might affect you a lot more heavy, and you'll feel bad. Because if my sister's upset at me, like I don't even care who's in the wrong. It's just like when she's mad at me, I'm just like sad about it too. So I get it, and I get why you would feel bad. But honestly, you really have nothing to feel bad about. Like I would honestly start laughing, clowning, and trolling my sister if I was in the same situation, and then she would probably hate me too, and then I'd feel bad. But like when you look at the whole like situation on paper, girl, you are not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom she was an unwanted guest? It's like you guys don't even try to like make yourself sound like decent people in these headers. Like I'm reading some of these and there is like zero effort to at least try to make me think that you're like kind of a good person. Y'all literally sound like this.
Hi, Reddit. So, am I the a-hole for running over my best friend with a 16-wheeler truck and then proceeding to set her childhood home ablaze? And I might have sabotaged her dream job with false accusations, which was a little silly of me, but I don't know. What do you guys think? XOXO.
My wife has had a stressful time at work and was looking forward to a vacation at her grandparents' cabin. She brought a few books she wanted to read, and I brought my fishing rod. She had no plans to entertain. My dad stopped by to go fishing. It was supposed to be just my dad stopping by for the day, but somehow my mom inserted herself and I was shocked to see her. My wife had no plans to entertain her. I told my mom that. My mom bought stuff for lunch and dinner and tried to engage my wife into making dinner for us all, and my wife said no. She's relaxing and reading. If my mom wanted to cook, that's my mom's prerogative. My dad and I get back late, and at the table, my mom started to complain how she did this all herself. I look at my wife, who just took her plate and ate in her room. My mom started to complain to me about it, and I told my mom she technically wasn't invited, and my wife had no expectations to entertain her in my wife's cabin while my wife is on vacation. My mom started saying, well, she wouldn't have came if she knew that. I told my mom next time to take a hint. If you aren't invited, don't come. My parents left after dinner. My mom complained that my wife should have tried to be a gracious hostess, and I said maybe my mom should try not being an unwanted guest. Like, I feel like the obvious answer is that he is, but I don't really think he's the a-hole here. Sorry. Ugh, but why is this categorized as a-hole? Am I wrong? Ugh, I hate being wrong. Okay, wait, I guess you guys are gonna have to disagree because I know some people are reading that and probably are immediately thinking a-hole, but I feel like I'm just understanding it more from the husband's perspective. It's like your wife just wanted to have like a restful, relaxing weekend, and then your mom came and was like, oh, like nobody helped me, like look, I did all this work. But it's like, girl, nobody asked you to do all that. So it's like, you didn't have to do that. The unwanted guest comment, it's a little spicy. Do I think you're an a-hole for saying that? No, because I feel like at the end of the day, you just wanted your wife to relax. And I am all for women's rights. So I think that you might not be the a-hole. But it says a-hole and it's red, and I feel wrong. I feel wrong for disagreeing with the prompt. It says a-hole, but in my opinion, I don't think he is. Like, she brought her books, she brought her things, and then she went in her room to eat. Like, girl, she just wanted like to be left alone. So maybe I just feel bad for the wife. So I'm like automatically taking your side because you're on the wife's side too. And I like how you respect your wife's boundaries. I like you. Unwanted guest is a little mean. Are you an a-hole for that? I don't think so. I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that one. I mean, obviously everybody on Reddit disagrees because this one says a-hole in bright red font, but I don't think he is. I don't think he is, and I'm going to move on to the next one before I change my mind. Am I the a-hole for having a go at my boyfriend when he ate the last of my food while I was in the bathroom? Wait, I already hate your boyfriend. So my boyfriend and I went to a restaurant for only our second time eating out together. This week has been really rough at work, and I asked him to go out for food, saying I needed a pick-me-up. I mentioned I wasn't super hungry since I had already eaten, but I was really looking forward to having some dumplings and soup. I even talked about how excited I was for the dumplings during the drive there. When we ordered, I made it clear that I only wanted 4 dumplings and some soup. My boyfriend ordered 2 large mains for himself since he has a bigger appetite. When the food arrived, I shared my soup with him and tasted a bite of his food, but I was mostly focused on my dumplings. When my dumplings came, I ate one before I needed to run to the bathroom. When I got back, he had eaten both of the remaining dumplings. I was really upset because I had been looking forward to them and only got to eat one. I told him how disappointed I was and called him selfish, saying he never thinks of me. I asked him to pay for how much he ate since I specifically wanted those dumplings. I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but I feel like he should have asked before just taking them, especially since I had expressed how excited I was. Am I the a-hole for getting upset, calling him out for being selfish, and asking him to pay more? Honestly, girl, not at all. The fact that you're even asking this is wild to me because you are not the a-hole whatsoever. Imagine having a terrible day at work. All you're looking forward to is like just 4 dumplings and some soup. I go out with you and I'm expressing how excited I am to eat that food, how joyful, how much I'm looking forward to just like putting that food in my mouth. I go up to pee, I come back, the food is gone. Yeah, you have 5 seconds before I actually start to fight you. I don't care for my boyfriend, my best friend, my mom, my brother, my sister. Actually, if my mom does it, I won't care. That's my mom. I love my mom. If I get up from a table, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I come back and I see that there is a noticeable portion of my food missing. Like, if I don't notice it, it's not that big of a deal because it's like, okay, like you were modest, you were cutesy with it. You took a noticeable amount of my food. Why is that I went up to go to the bathroom and then as soon as I leave, you're inhaling my food like a vacuum when you have food in front of you? That to me is like, that almost feels disrespectful. Like, especially if you've been talking about it all day and then you eat all my dumplings. Like, I know after a long day, like that would get me. That would get me. If I worked a 12-hour shift in that hospital and then I come home and we're talking over my meal and we're talking about how excited we are for it, and I'm telling you how terrible my day is and how hungry I am, and I go up to just check myself in the bathroom and I come back and my food is gone. I promise you, so is your life. I think also it's because like you said how excited you were about the food, and it's like anybody who like considered your feelings would be like, okay, like she said she was really looking forward to this, I won't eat it. You explicitly mentioned how bad your day is and how excited you were to eat that food because that would make your day better, and he went and ate that while you just went to go pee. Don't even ask me how I know she went pee because I could just feel her in this story, and I know she just went up to go pee. And you mean to tell me the minute I leave to go pee for what, 120 seconds, you are ingesting every morsel of my food with the intensity of a black hole? Like, genuinely, this would piss me off. I feel like I'm getting so worked up because if this happened to me after a bad day, I would, I don't know, because it's like, why are you devouring my food? Like, at least have the decency to, I don't know, devour me first. What? Wait, no, that's disgusting. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's disgusting and gross. I take that back. I don't think you're the a-hole. And I think I might punch your boyfriend in the face. Am I the a-hole? Refused to turn down the volume in car when good song came on. Are you a caveman? Why are you typing like that? Refuse down the volume in car, good song on. You might as well type in hieroglyphics. Why are you texting like that?
Wait, no, I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, I'm being hostile again. Okay, me 28 male and my girlfriend 33 female. We both have autism. Oh, wait, I feel bad. I'm so sorry. I don't pre-read these. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, the title is fine. I don't know why I went in like that. Guys, plot twist. The only asshole here is actually me. It's actually just Debs Michael today. Okay, so 28 male, 33 female, they both have autism. We're driving in my car when a good song, which I like, came on the radio. So I turned the volume up from level 8 to 12. Max is 34. With intention to turn it back down again once the song was over. Immediately, my girlfriend asked me to turn it down again, which I refused because I like the song. I said to her, no, I like the song. She then reached for the steering wheel volume controls to turn it down again herself, so I turned it down to prevent her from touching the steering wheel. Am I the a-hole for refusing to turn the volume down? This one hasn't been ranked yet as like a a-hole, not the a-hole that they do in the Reddit thing, which doesn't really matter because I try not to look at that and be biased. But I think I might have to go with the fact that you're the a-hole in this situation. Honestly, at first I was gonna say that you're not the a-hole because 8 to 12 doesn't sound like a high volume, and then you said the max was 34. So you put it at about like a little less than half, I would say. I don't know what car it is and I don't know how loud it goes, but the problem isn't like the 8 to 12 and the max is 34. The thing is, she said to turn it down, and I feel like the least you could do is just turn it down. Maybe you can even negotiate and be like, okay, it's at 12, I'll put it to 10, or maybe put it to 9 even. And also it's like, autism or not, like, bro, if anybody was in my car and they were like, can you turn this down, please? I don't care whatever you have or what you are experiencing. I'm gonna be like, yeah, sure, I'll put it down. I'm not gonna be like, no, I like this track. It just feels a little inconsiderate and a little mean, especially given the fact that she has autism and that's your girlfriend. Like if my girlfriend said, turn this volume down and it was at 12, I'm putting it to 0. The rest of the car ride is on mute. You really did not have to be so difficult, and I feel like it was a little stubborn of you. But I mean, the great part about life is that you can always move forward. And you know, we're not always nice and the most considerate sometimes, but next time you can just try your best to see things from her perspective, because I think at the end of the day she just wanted the volume a little lower. Maybe it was stressing her out, maybe it was giving her a little bit of anxiety, because sometimes when the music is too loud it genuinely gives me a headache and I can't think and I feel like my whole entire world is gonna explode. So I do get her. So yeah, you're the a-hole, and I'm sorry for making fun of the way you wrote that title. I feel bad that I came for you like that. Okay, so would I be the a-hole for walking around my house in my underwear? Roommate keeps setting the temperature up to 76 degrees. I start overheating at 68. And I don't understand Fahrenheit, so can somebody put this to Celsius? Why do Americans do Fahrenheit? Like, Celsius just makes more sense. Okay, so she's putting it to 25.5 degrees, and you start overheating at 68, which is 20 degrees. Wow. We've been arguing about this for months with no resolution. We just keep switching it back and forth whenever the other isn't looking. We don't pay for AC/heating, so cost isn't an issue. And even if it was, it's been in the low 40s, 50s outside, so keeping it cooler isn't costing anything. I don't know what the low 40s and 50s are, and I have no will to search that up. Somebody please translate to Celsius. I'm getting sick of it. I can feel when she sets the heat back up multiple times a day because I start sweating through my shirt. I don't want to deal with this. I realize that I run pretty cold and I might be a little sensitive to heat. I like it closer to 63, but I'm willing to compromise to 67 or 68. I feel sick when I walk in and it's above 70, especially because I have to dress warm to go outside. I'm super frustrated and I don't want to deal with fighting over this or arguing. I'm very strongly considering giving up and letting her set the temperature to whatever she wants and just stripping down to my underwear when I get too hot. I know this will make her uncomfortable, but I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do if she keeps cranking the heat up. I honestly don't think anyone is the a-hole in this situation. I just think the situation itself sucks. You like the temperature at a certain way, and so does she. You said that you run pretty cold, and I don't know, she could be anemic, or she could have really like poor circulation and she gets cold really easily, so that's why she likes it at a higher temperature. I just think you need to have a conversation, and it doesn't have to be an argument. Sometimes I hate when people are like, I don't want to argue, I don't want to fight. You don't have to argue or fight. Like, you can just like open up and tell someone how you feel, and then maybe they'll disagree with it, maybe they won't, but like the point is meeting in the middle and negotiating and trying to like consider the other person's feelings. So it's like, you not wanting to argue or fight, I get that, but then both of y'all going around the house cranking up the heat to an inferno, and then you turning it back down like you're living in some sort of igloo in, I don't know, the Antarctica. It's not very productive, and eventually you're just gonna start hating her, and it kind of sounds like you already do because you're considering walking around the house in your underwear despite knowing that would make her uncomfortable. I just feel like you just need to like meet in the middle. And I feel like there's a big gap between like 68 degrees and 76 degrees. Like you guys can do 69 degrees. You can you can adjust the heat to 69 degrees is what I'm trying to explain. It's honestly almost baffling to me that you're considering walking around this apartment half naked. Yeah, put your clothes back on and talk to her. I don't know. From reading this, I'm not trying to call you anything. It just sounds like you don't want to like have that confrontation. And I know that's a difficult thing to experience, but like not all disagreements have to be arguments. And I'm very big on that recently. That's the vibe of the new year that I bring to the table. So yeah, I strongly think you just need to talk, and I strongly think you should keep your clothes on because it's important to make sure that the people around you feel safe and comfortable. And I don't think you walking around with your pink canoe out is exactly safe or comfortable. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about this from your roommate's perspective. Like, I would be more upset if like we're already beefing about this whole indoor temperature thing, and now you're walking around with your honey trap out. Now I'm looking at your bussy and I'm like freezing, and I'm probably anemic too. Please just talk to each other. And if I were to categorize this as somebody to be the a-hole, I would say both of you. Actually, I think both of you are being difficult, and maybe don't show us your hideaway. You can keep that to yourself. Actually, am I the a-hole for going on a trip with my ex while dating another girl? Just put them panties to the side. No. I, 27 female, have been dating a girl, Abby, 27 female, for 6 months. I am bi, but fully committed to my relationship with Abby. Before this, I dated my ex, 28 male, for 3 years. We broke up amicably when he moved to another country for work, and we've remained good friends since. We still maintain contact, but the feelings aren't there anymore. I went to China with my ex for a week. We climbed the Great Wall and explored Beijing. I don't care. Why are you telling me this? Sorry, guys. I'm like so mean today. Like, I think I'm hungry. We had a great time and nothing happened between us. Abby wasn't happy about this trip, but we had planned it before I met her. The issue now is that my ex has suggested another trip to Mongolia for horse riding, visiting a national park, and staying in a Mongolian yurt. I told him I would think about it, but Abby is upset that I even considered going. I am excited about the Mongolia trip because it seems like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Abby said most people wouldn't be comfortable with their partner going on a solo trip with someone of the gender they're attracted to. In my case, everyone, since I am bi. She also mentioned that the only way she'd be okay with me going on a solo trip is if it were with a married man. I explained that nothing happened during my China trip and he didn't make any advances. Despite this, she is still unhappy and asked me to make this post. I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody and something is happening that is making them uncomfortable, you should do anything in your power to reverse that. How can you do something that you know makes somebody else uncomfortable and you're like, I'll keep doing it. And like, bro, I don't even care about like the genders or anything like that, or like going on a trip with somebody that you're attracted to. I don't care about that. It's the fact that this makes somebody uncomfortable and you're still doing it, like because you want to go to Mongolia and you want to go on a mountain and go on a yurt. Girl, boo. You can literally do that somewhere else with your girlfriend. And also, why is your ex-man still trying to link you? Why is he trying to link you and go to different countries with you? That man probably still wants you, and that's probably why your girlfriend is uncomfortable. But then you're out here saying, I want to go to China with him and nothing happened. And also too, you were like, oh, nothing happened. It doesn't matter that nothing happened. Nothing could have happened every single time, but like it makes her uncomfortable and it makes her feel uneasy. Don't do that to her. Don't make somebody feel that way. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm like literally crashing out right now, and I'm trying not to, but these scenarios is like, girl, what? And then you're out here talking about it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. well, you're with a once in a lifetime relationship. If you're really happy with her, don't go on that trip. If you want to sacrifice that and just completely neglect your feelings, go ahead. I feel like maybe you guys can negotiate. I feel like I keep saying that in this video, like every 5 seconds. I'm like, maybe you guys need to negotiate. But seriously, it's like maybe you guys need to negotiate, and like maybe your girl can like come with you on the trip to Mongolia, since it's such a life-changing opportunity. Maybe you could bring your girlfriend with you. Maybe Abby can show up, because I feel like that'd make her feel a lot more comfortable than her sending you off. Like, also, bro, imagine being Abby and staying back home and then being like, oh my gosh, like, where's your girlfriend? And she has to be like, oh, she's on a trip with her ex. You're going on a trip with your ex? Put me in the luggage. Put me in your checked bags, because I'm coming with you. I genuinely wish you would. I wish somebody would try me like that. Cause what? Oh my gosh, Abby, I thought that you were in where was it? Like Mongolia? Yeah. No, I stayed back. I'm actually here, just chilling here in Canada. Oh, you stayed back. Then who is she with? Is she by herself? Oh yeah. So that is her ex that she was dating for 3 years. Oh, is that so? Yeah, that is so. That's so exciting. It really is so exciting, honestly. I'm so happy. It's my favorite thing to think about. That entire situation is a little wild, and I would never ever allow that in a million years. And if my future whatever is watching this, like, don't even try that. Don't even think about it. If you have to go to a Reddit forum to try and like do you see how she said, despite this, she isn't happy and asked me to make this post, which means you still can't like conceptualize the fact that this is like not an okay thing to do to your girlfriend or any partner of whoever. Like, I hope you didn't come on this Reddit forum thinking we was about to like agree with you, because baby, no. I don't know if this is like grounds to break up with someone. I've never been in a relationship before, okay? I'm in my single era for the last, 35 years. But this is grounds to break up with someone, because I'm sorry, you're not going on a trip with your ex unless I'm going in those bags with you. Like, I don't care what terms you're on. I don't care if he tried something or not. You're not leaving the country with your ex on some getaway. You're not leaving that country. Like, that's literally what I would say. I'd be like, leave the country and you're leaving me. Yeah, leave the country and you're single. Go on that trip with your ex, and I'm gonna be your next ex. I can't. Like, reading this is like boiling my blood. I can't do it, girl. No word of a lie, I have been recording for an hour. Actually, an hour and 30 minutes. But anyways, if you're still here, let me know if you liked how long this video was, or if you find me unbearably irritating, perchance. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know which confessions that you disagreed with. And I mean, also, while you're here, let me know what you think of my half setup, my chair, my mic, and my girlfriend. I mean, my decoration. I love you guys so much. Sorry if I was being a little hostile in this video. Like I said, Mima's a little hungry today. A little irritated, if you will. I actually feel like I was like a little mean, and I feel bad. So I'm sorry. Anyways, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully that's not in 2 months, but also, it might be, and I need you to forgive me in advance.
What kind of fool did you take me for? I've seen it before.